Hi, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. I am scrapbooking with a piece of khaki colored cardstock today, and of course I'm bringing in the purple kit. Hope you guys aren't sick of 3 days of purple, but I'm loving it. So here's the photo I'm going to use. It actually has purple in it as well, so let's see what I can do. Alright, you guys, I am starting off with a sheet of khaki colored cardstock. I'm also grabbing some of my Brutus Monroe Glitter Glaze, and I am using Mandala number 3 from Scrapping Reflections. Now, if you guys remember, the diamond paper that I have right here is from Paige Evans Bloom Street, and I actually used the other part of that paper yesterday on my layout, so I am using this part today. Now I am using a different glitter glaze knife. I am using a metal one, and that is because sadly my dedicated glitter glaze knife has bit the big one. It has broken fully apart, and I shared a photo of it on Instagram today. Yes, this is Thursday's video, and it is Thursday that I made this video. So fun little fact there, guys. I am putting up videos every single day. Sometimes I have a whole batch of videos that I create in one fell swoop. Sometimes I'm creating them daily. Sometimes it's just kind of whatever happens, happens. And it's Thursday, and I've done a bunch of videos today. So that's where we're at with this. Now I go ahead and place my cut out diamond paper over top of the khaki cardstock. I do have to trim off the bottom of the pattern paper just a little bit. So I go ahead and do that, and then I find some other scraps that I have in my purple kit. Now, I do have to say, you guys, I'm keeping scraps that I normally wouldn't save for the purple kit, just because I want to truly kill this kit this month. Like, I want to really just take it down. So that little piece up there with the green branding strip, I would have thrown that away. I wouldn't have kept it. But I have kept it for this one particular kit, for this one particular month. I'm not too terribly worried about this 1 month with me doing this. I really don't think it's going to change my outlook on scraps or anything like that. It's just purple, you guys, and I want to use all the purple things. So I've built a little shelf for my photo. It is going to go off to the left-hand side a little bit over top of that glitter glazed stencil. And oh my goodness, I love the stencil. I think it is fantastic. I can't wait to use it in another way. I want to stencil print with it. Oh, I just love this stencil so much. So these days, you guys, I am using 2 trimmers. I keep my smaller guillotine trimmer for when I am cutting the smaller things, and of course my larger one for when I am cutting the larger things. Now, I'm kind of disappointed in the larger trimmer. Well, I'm disappointed in myself because I cut something on it, and I've jacked it up. I cut something on it I shouldn't have cut, and it doesn't exactly give me the perfect straight cuts anymore. So I probably am going to be getting another one, and I will get the same exact one. I love the trimmer that much. I'm just going to make sure that I don't go in there and start, cutting things that shouldn't be cut. And that's just the way it is, you guys. Sometimes you do the things and you're not paying attention to the things, and it just happens. So, yeah. Now I am adding more adhesive to my photo because the moisture in the glitter glaze has warped my khaki cardstock. Now, I could have put that sucker underneath of my mat here. I could have put it underneath of a scrapbook and helped flatten it out a little bit more before I continued to create my page, but you know what? I'm not that bothered. I'm really just not. So I'm working around it. Now, my title originally was just going to be Good Times, and I was going to keep it kind of thinner, But ultimately, I decided against that. I decided to go with a larger title, one that allows me to add more purple to the page, and two, I just want it to go big. And sometimes you want to go big. So I'm messing around with this bit up here. I've pulled the sticker apart. The sticker is peeling apart from itself. The backing is stuck to the background, but the color part of the sticker is up, and I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? So the frustration is there. I put the pieces right back the exact way I have them. I'm looking at the whimsical sticker sheet, and I'm really trying to find stickers that I will be able to use on this layout. And that is because there's a lot of craftiness on this whimsical sticker sheet, and I'm really not scrapbooking anything about being crafty whatsoever. I mean, I'm scrapbooking all about the Disney, so there is that. All right, here I am back up in my bedroom closet doing voiceovers because my family is extremely noisy. So there we go. Sometimes I can scrapbook and do a voiceover and you would never even know that they're there. And sometimes they just can't keep their fool selves quiet. So here we go. Now, as I was saying, there was a lot of crafty things on this sticker sheet. However, the floral, not so crafty. It really could be used as anything. So I was thinking about layering it up with the title, and then I decided that I was going to not do that and actually really just bring some attention over here to the glitter glaze stuff with the floral. And I mess around with it for a little bit, but I finally find a place that I like it. All right, so now that that is placed down, I've got to figure out this title situation. And the title situation turns into a big title situation. Now, these Millie and June Fancy Pants stickers, I've said it in a video before, but the colors of the stickers are two different colors. So one side is slightly different than the other side. And I don't know if that's a light fastness thing. I don't know if it was manufactured that way. I don't have the answers, you guys, but they're slightly off. They're not so off that I'm not going to use them, obviously, because, using them a lot. But it is there. So that just might be something to think about. Now, the way I store my letter stickers is they are stored horizontally, and you really don't see any of the letter stickers because they're butted up against each other. So I don't know. If it's a light fastness thing, maybe me doing that is helping it. But these are older stickers and I bought them recently, so they could have been in a store, in somebody's stash. I don't know. I don't even remember where I got them from, but all I know is I bought them recently. So anyway, so I am spelling out Haunted Mansion, and this is one thing I would definitely suggest if you have a longer title and you know that you want it to end at one place on your layout. You want to start with the last letter of the word, and then you just want to go in. Now, Haunted Mansion does not seem to be a difficult word, and in my brain it was not a difficult word, so I didn't have to write it down on a piece of paper. But I will say, you guys, there are moments where I have to write down a word, something like super easy like friend, just to make sure that I'm putting it down correctly, working from the D to the F. And I know that that sounds ridiculous, but sometimes it just looks weird. With scrapbooking products, I think sometimes words look weird and you're like, is that right? And then you will always have a friend that will point it out to you, and then you have to fix your layout. I'm really glad when my friends point out utter, misspellings. I know that they don't take joy in it, like, haha, Sandy misspelled a word and I get to tell her. Like, I know that that's not going on in their minds. So I do appreciate that. If I misspell something, let me know. speaking of misspelling things, so there are certain things in your head that stay from when you were a kid, right? And misspell is one of them. I can vividly remember a textbook, a spelling book, that said, do not misspell, misspell, misspell. And it was a note from a teacher telling their students not to misspell the word misspell, and her name was Miss Pell. And it is just stuck in my head. And it just sticks in my head. Vacation is also one that sticks in my head, where it's like a VACATION. And it actually, when I'm writing out the word vacation, like that word said in that way still goes through my head. Like, I'm 40 years old and this happened in like second grade, I think, first or second grade, and I still remember VACATION, like, and that's every single time. That's how I hear it in my head. So now I'm just going to get back to the layout and tell you what I'm doing. The little letter stickers that you can't exactly see spell out celebrating good times at the Haunted Mansion. And that's what it was. It was celebrating 50 years of the Haunted Mansion. And they had this little display in there of art and gallery items, and it was a lot of fun. Now I do add in these little hearts just because I want to add little pops of the color, because there are a lot of colors in the diamonds. There's different shades and different hues of the colors, but they are still there. So I just want to make sure that that's represented a little bit. Now, I definitely did not need to add anything else to this layout, but I did because I was feeling a more is more kind of moment. I really didn't even have to put on the flower over on the side of the photograph. I could have just left it with the diamonds and the glitter glaze poking out the side. But you know what? Like I said, more is more. This is a Disney layout, and you know, more is definitely more. Now, this is a Disneyland layout from Lana's birthday in 2019, so I will have to go back and put a hidden Mickey on the layout. And this, my whole plan for her birthday albums has gone down the bin. So I was adamant I was not going to have more than 2 albums for this trip. It was over 2 weekends, and I thought, you know what, I can do a weekend in one album and a weekend in another album. But I have barely made a dent in my photos, and let me just tell you, I have 2 full albums already. So we're going to stretch it to 3 albums, and then I'm going to go ahead and use some pocket pages and things like that, because I do have an awful lot of Star Wars Land photos, and I don't feel like I have to have the need to scrapbook every single one of them. Now, I do add some journaling on this layout after I add some mist here. This is the Tonic Nouveau Mica Mist, and I love it because once I splattered it on and I let it dry, it stayed purple. It didn't like totally sink into the khaki colored cardstock. So my journaling just says something about no matter what, whether we're in Disney World or Disneyland, Haunted Mansion is a favorite. And in Disneyland, they were celebrating 50 years. So that's going to do it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again real soon for another video.